Hello students, welcome back. I hope you all are fine. In the previous video, we discussed about resources. That is your geography chapter 1. In this video, we'll continue with the same. But before continuing with the same, let's have a recap of the concept which we discussed. First, we discussed about what is resources. Second, patent value. Value is again classified into two, that is commercial value and moral value. Next, we discussed about importance of resources and then classification of resources, which is classified into three, that is natural resources, human-made resources, human resources. From that, we discussed about natural resources and its classification. Natural resources are the resources which we get from nature and can be used without modification. For example, air, water, etc. After that, the classification of resources, that is natural resources, it is into four. First one, on the basis of use and development. It is again further classified into potential and actual resources. Second one, on the basis of origin, that is abiotic and biotic resources. Third one, on the basis of stock, that is renewable and non-renewable. And the fourth one is on the basis of distribution, that is ubiquitous and localized. So this was the this was the information about natural resources. Now today let us discuss about the second classification, that is human-made resources. Human-made resources are the resources which are made by the human. That is, natural resources are modified and brought to use by the human beings. People use natural resources to make buildings, bridges, roads, machineries, and vehicles, which are known as human-made resources. Right now, also students, we are sitting on chair that is made of wood. From where does the wood come? The wood comes from. From where does this chair comes from? It is made from the wood, and then we are using it. Not only that, the table which we use, that is also made up of wood, which we are using right now. That is called as human-made resources. Students, you can see a chart which shows rubber we get from the tree, that is converted into tires and be used for the vehicles. Wood, you can see the dining table placed there. And metal, with the metals we can prepare many utensils which we use in our kitchen. Sand is used to make earthen pots, that is clay pots. Copper wires are used to make statues. Not only that, we have many utensils made of copper. Also, the electric supply, which is done through the wires to our house, which contains copper wire in it. These are all called as human-made resources. Now, these are created by humans through the various activities, that is like extraction, cleaning, and manufacturing. Not only that, iron is called as the backbone of the other industries because iron is used as a raw material to convert many other things. Technology is also a human-made resource. So that's all with human-made resources. Now, the third classification is human resources. We. Are we the human resource? Yes. Human beings are a special resource. People make the best use of the natural resources and create them into other more resources which can be utilized by the human being. And how the human being does this? With the help of knowledge, skill, idea, which they have. They invent the thing through the use of technology. Education, health, and skill also help in making people a valuable resource. Human resources refer to the number, that is quantity, and ability, that is mental and physical ability of the people. Further, now, three, develop or to change natural resources into a human-made resource. Human beings need to be developed. Need to be developed means they need to learn, they need to develop knowledge. That is called as human resource development to improve the quality of people skills so that they are able to create more resources. That is to learn about the technology. Okay, throughout now we discussed about the classification of resources, that is three: natural, human-made and human. Students, do you think we need to conserve them? Yes, we need to conserve these resources. If we don't, they'll be exhausted. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Today, there is rapid growth of population and also increase in consumption of the resources, which has resulted in a great pressure on the limitation of the resources. Also, they can be exhaustive. Now, few resources can be renewed. They take can be renewed in the sense they can be generated, but few are non-renewable, and we are scared that one day definitely they will get exhausted if we don't conserve them. So few steps have to be adopted by us. That is, we have to use the resources in a wise and judicious manner. We have to follow 3 R's, that is reduce, reuse, recycle. Also avoid excess use of resources. So the next one is sustainable development. Students, you all must have seen the advertisement which is played on the TV. That is a sorry, father is taking his son to the school and the red signal drops. So they have to wait and the when they wait near the signal, father keeps the vehicle on. Then son realizes that and he says to his father that I will learn to drive a cycle. Father is surprised suddenly why he has raised this. Then when he says why, son says that you are wasting the petrol like this today. Then I'm sure that in future I'll not be able to drive the vehicle because there will be no petrol left for me. It's better I learn to drive the cycle. So here you can see son making father aware of conserving the resource and which can be utilized by his own son in the future. That is called as sustainable development, balancing the need to use resources and also conserve them for the future generation is called sustainable development. Let's have a look to the to some principles of sustainable development. First one, respect and care for all forms of life. We should respect all forms of life. Improve the quality of human life. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. Enable communities to care for their own environment. Change personal attitudes and practices towards the environment. Conserve the earth's vitality and diversity. It means we have to make people aware. Not only that, individually, it is also our responsibility to conserve the resources and sustain it for the future generation. So by now, students, we discussed about 3 types of resources. Do you think we need to conserve them? Yes, sure, we have to. We are dependent on the resources which we get on the earth, and so we need to conserve them. If we don't conserve them, will be it will be very difficult for us to survive. So, future of our planet is in our hands, and it is linked with our potential ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. So it is individual responsibility. So now it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. The damage to natural environment system is minimized. That is, initiative has to be taken by us from right now. So, students, here we end with the chapter that is resources. So, what is the message we got from the chapter? That is, resources are valuable and we need to conserve them and sustain them. Sustain them means we have to use them properly so that we can preserve it for the future generation. Okay, I'll be forwarding you worksheet and assignment on Classroom Google. Make sure that you check and solve it in the class. Thank you. Have a good day.